channel. Well, today is kind of a lazy day, so we're gonna make a pizza noodle. It's called a pizza noodle bake. I'm gonna, of course, have to change it up a little bit. I made it once, and I actually didn't have enough. I videoed it and everything, but I didn't have enough sauce to cover all the noodles, so I deleted it. So I'm gonna do it again and add a little bit more sauce, a little less noodles, and it's gonna be perfect today. And I hope you enjoy the video and the recipe. And it's not a lot of ingredients, and it goes pretty fast. So I'm gonna take some shortcuts today. I'm gonna use things that I don't always use, but you know, everybody uses them in a pinch. I'm gonna use the jar of marinara sauce. I'm gonna actually use some cheese I bought already shredded. I usually shred my own, but I've been cleaning like for 2 days, and I'm kind of tired today. But I really want to share a video with you, a recipe with you, and make a video because it's so much fun. And anyway, just to let you know, I look a little crazy today because I'm a little lazy. But let's get started. Great weather today, and Peanut loves it. He likes to just lay here and lay in the sun. And I apologize, he needs a haircut very badly. But he's so cute. He's my little baby boy. He's pretty good, but he can be mean, unfortunately. Look at him. He can't see very well. Anyway, I just wanted to show you Peanut because he's my buddy during the day. A lot of times, it's just he and I here. The recipe calls for ground beef, and this is 85-15. This is a pound and a half. But yeah, I guess I'm not sure if I'm going to use it all. But I'm going to tell you something that's really odd. Is I bought these yesterday, and this is a green onion pork sausage in here. And I'm going to take some of the meat because my family, they don't like mushrooms. I'm going to take some of the meat out and mix it with the ground beef. It'll add more flavor, and this is so delicious. And I can eat the mushrooms cooked another way. So I'm just going to do that. Just take these and kind of try to take the meat out. It's probably not a lot, but this is really good. We get this from a local market basket. I'm going to put the mushrooms in a bowl and make sure there's no mushroom on the meat. But I might not use all of them, just a little bit. You could use Italian sausage, you could use just ground beef, whatever you like. So I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna cook my mushrooms a different way. I'll do this, and then we'll get started. I mixed it all together really well, made sure there was no mushroom pieces in there. And this, I'm gonna save this for maybe like a little hamburger patty or something. But I don't want it to be a huge casserole because we're gonna end up having to freeze some anyway. But I'm following the recipe the best I can. So let's move to the stove. Let me show you what I did in advance. I boiled about 10 ounces of egg noodles, and I might not use them all because I want it to be pretty saucy. And I have oh my gosh, I got this pot for Christmas. I love it. I never had one before. It's so awesome. So we're gonna cook the meat in here. And here's all my seasonings because you know I'm gonna have to doctor up the meat. So let's start with a little olive oil. And I already have my garlic and onion chopped up because I want to season my meat very well. My meat's pretty lean, so sometimes I start with onion, sometimes I start with the meat. It just depends. Oh, I forgot a spoon rest. So I'm going to heat this up. And I think my onions were chopped in the food processor, so they're very small. And also, I was lazy today and I did my garlic in the food processor too. So let's get this really hot. And let's start with the meat today. And I preheated my oven to 350 because once you mix all of this together, and it's going to be pretty cheesy, and it's going to have pepperoni on it. So you only bake it for about 15-20 minutes. It's a really easy casserole. And I just like to add a little bit of flavor to the ground beef. So I'm not going to season this until it browns up a little bit. I want to break it up the best I can. So I'll be back when this gets a little brown. You need a 13x9 baking dish, and I just sprayed some canola oil in here. And it calls for pizza sauce. I'm going to use marinara sauce, and I'm probably going to have to doctor it up, but I just got this one. It's a very good price, and it's organic, and it's good enough for me, I guess. You can make your own too if you want to. But today, like I said, it's going to be an easy recipe. And you can also add green peppers. I'm not a fan lately, but you know what I did forget? I forgot to chop my jalapeno pepper, but we'll skip it today because this is going to be an easy recipe. And plus, I'm going to add crushed red pepper flakes, so we will have a little spice. So let's go ahead and start seasoning a little bit. Now, the marinara sauce is going to have some salt in it, and you always salt your pasta water when you boil your pasta. But if you don't, your pasta has no flavor, so that has a little bit of salt. So I'm going to be a little careful with my salt. And the cheese is also salty, because you're going to use cheddar and you're going to use, I'm going to use Italian style, or you could use mozzarella. But my black, it seems like I'm putting a lot of black pepper, but it's not working very well, so it's not a lot, just so you know. And I'm going to add a little onion powder. I love this onion powder. I think I said that on the last video, that this is my favorite onion powder. I'm going to use a little, I don't have any fresh oregano. My plant died, so we're going to use a little oregano. And you could just season it after you put the marinara too, and see where you are. But I just want to season my meat first. I don't know why. I just feel like doing that today. This is a little Italian seasoning, and I don't like a ton of this, but I do like a little bit. And I've come to like it a little bit more. I used to not use it at all, and now I really like it. I'm even going to add a little basil, which is kind of new for me. I thought I didn't like basil, but actually I do. A little garlic powder. Peanut, you just want, now he wants to go outside again. He just came in. We have a neighbor that just got a dog, and Peanut just sits by the fence and waits for the dog to come over. He's kind of obsessed, actually. This is red pepper flakes because I like it a little spicy, and so does Ella and Brad, I think. Let's go ahead and add some onions. Now, this was a big red onion, and it's gonna have a little bit of water in it. So, and you can skip this if you don't like onion. It calls for a half a cup, but I'm gonna put as much as I want to. Like I said, it's a pretty big casserole. And this I think this was about 7 garlic cloves. Well, I'm not gonna use all of it, but I am gonna use a good bit. That's probably, you know, you season to your taste. That's probably about 3 garlic cloves. So let's give it a stir. It already smells really, really good. This is almost done, so I'm gonna cook my onions a little bit. Oh, and also, the first time I made this, you layered the sauce over the noodles and the cheese, but I'm going to mix my noodles and sauce this time, and then I will layer the cheese. I didn't think it mixed well enough in the last time I cooked this. So I don't want you to have to keep watching me stir, so I'll come back when we're ready to add. I like to brown my meat pretty well, and you can see there's no oil in here. I don't have to drain it, so that's wonderful. I'm going to go ahead and see if this is enough. I have extra sauce if I need it. And I've turned my fire down because I don't want this to pop all over my stove. I might need a little bit more sauce. Try to get it all out. And then, of course, we're going to taste it after this and see if I'll let my seasonings out in case we need more. This is pretty saucy. It's going to be just right, I think. So let's heat this up a little bit. Try not to, oh, there's my oven. It looks good already. And you could probably use any kind of pasta you wanted. I thought about using penne pasta. Oh, and another benefit of doing your onions in the food processor, they cooked so fast. All right, so let me heat this up, and then we're gonna start layering our casserole. I want to taste it and make sure it's, you know, pretty good. I'm gonna turn it off though. Okay, let me taste it. What? Oh, that's pretty good. Pretty good. I think I'm going to add just a little garlic powder. That's a good sauce. I would definitely buy that again. I'm not going to add any more salt because the cheese is pretty salty. But this is going to be delicious. You know what? I'm going to add a little bit more of this. Not too much. Just a little bit. Now I'm trying to find the perfect place to place all this so I can show you me layering it. So let me get situated. Layering. We're gonna layer the cheese and the pepperoni, but I'm gonna mix the noodles in. I want it to be mixed well. And you could layer the noodles if you like doing it that way. I tried it and I didn't care for it. And I'm probably not gonna use all of these noodles, but I'll save them and make something else with them, maybe Alfredo sauce or something. Okay, that's probably, it calls for 10 ounces. I had a 12-ounce bag. It depends on how many noodles you like, how saucy you like it. So you just kind of add it the way you like it. It looks pretty good to me. I like it pretty saucy, but I do like pasta. So I kind of like an even amount. And I think that's all I'm going to add. Yeah, that looks good. I might want to taste it one more time. Let me get a fork. Make sure I didn't add too much pasta. I'm going to have to add some more sauce. I think that'll do. Hey guys, well, I added the amount that it said, but I think I want a little bit more sauce. And we have this in the refrigerator that I need to use. And this one is roasted garlic, like from Emerald's. And it's pretty good. So I'm going to add probably about a half a cup. Like I said, you can make it as saucy as you like. And I'm going to heat this a little bit. And you just have to taste your food and see how you like it and see what you want to add. And because we like a lot of garlic, and I think I'm going to add a little tiny bit more. Because remember, we're going to put cheese and pepperoni. And I'm going to, you know what? I need to use this jar anyway. I'm going to add it all. So this was about a third full. And I have my fire on low. And you could put a little water in here and shake it out. I guess I could do that. I wanted this to be a quick video. I'm sorry I keep changing the recipe, but that's just how it goes. I like it to be the right way. And I like to play with them and adjust them and make it delicious. And we had that pasta sauce. That Emerald sauce is pretty good. I don't like most pasta sauces actually from the store. If you doctor them a little bit, they're actually pretty good. Okay, let's taste it one more time. And it shouldn't be too hot. Oop. Perfect. Yeah. Now that's really good. I got a little heat from the red pepper flakes. I'm excited. Okay, now I'll get to the casserole. I'm trying to find the best lighting and the best angle. Please forgive me if I'm not in a good spot, but I'm trying. So I'm going to put, like I said, you can layer your noodles in your sauce if you want. I prefer it mixed. I find it's not as dry, and this might be a little messy. I'm going to make 2 layers actually. And this is a really big 13 by 9 pan. And also the pepperoni is going to add a lot of flavor too. And I'm going to show you the pepperoni. You could use any kind of pepperoni you want. I prefer the pepperoni from the deli. It's so good. And it bakes up beautifully. Hello. There's Ella. Ella came home and she tasted the sauce and it's very good. Okay, now this is all the Parmesan I have grated, but we're going to cheat today and use some grated cheese. I usually grate my own. I like to grate the mozzarella that doesn't say the low moisture, but they might all say it, I'm not sure. And this is according to your taste. You can put as much as you like. And you could totally skip the cheddar if you want. I'm going to put the cheddar only on the top. I also have this one. This one has the different kinds of cheeses in it. So I'll add a little bit of this one too. I'm kind of a cheese snob, but today I'm not going to be one. Because, like I said, I want an easy recipe. Now, here's my pepperoni right here. Can you see that? Now, these are really big, but I cut these up so they'd be easier to eat. But I want the top to be really pretty. So I guess this is why you call it a pizza casserole. And I didn't measure the pepperoni. It says one of the little packs you buy, like the Hormel. So I'm just putting whatever. I really like this. It's really good on a pizza too. And it's really good on a sandwich actually. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and use the ones, and the big ones we're gonna put on the top. And, okay. So let's dump the rest on. I'm trying not to make a big fat mess. The only thing is you do have to dirty a couple of dishes on this dish, but other than that, it's very easy. Because basically when you bake it, you're gonna just heat the pepperoni up, and then my pan might be too big. Not always, but sometimes I just am not good at guessing the sizes. I just wanted to use my new pan. We're gonna make it work. We're gonna make it work. And I don't want it on the edge. Just spread it out. I guess you could put more pasta. Okay, that looks good. I'll try to get it all out because it's so delicious. Now let's go in with the mixed one this time. And the husband doesn't like a lot of cheddar cheese, but Ella and I do, so I'm gonna put some. He can deal with it today. And I think with those noodles left over, I'm gonna make a little homemade Alfredo sauce. I know we've been trying not to eat a lot of carbs, but some days we do. We just try to have a good balance, basically. Now, I don't know if I should put the pepperoni next or the cheddar cheese. Oh, let's put the Parmesan. Now this is some good flavor right here. And it's salty too, but oh, I love it. And I do have some more I could grate, but I want to make it easy today. I know I keep saying that. Let's add the pepperoni. You can put as much as you like. These are going to be, you know what? I changed my mind. I'm going to put a little cheddar first. Now this is my favorite cheddar. I did cheat a little bit with this one. This is the kind that I always grate on my recipes for you guys. The Tillamook. Oh my gosh, it's so delicious. You can leave the cheddar out of this recipe and it would still be really delicious. And I didn't measure anything. Now on the recipe it calls for 1 cup of cheddar and 1 cup of mozzarella. That's what it calls for. I guess I'm gonna have to, you know what, I'm gonna have to use the whole bag. Let's just dump it in there. Oh, and I can't wait to cook my mushrooms. Oh, don't worry, I'm gonna cook those mushrooms. Let's just layer the pepperoni on like this. It's gonna work out. I think I grabbed just the right amount. The pepperoni's got a little grease on it, a little oil. It's got a lot of flavor. Let's cut this one in half. I'm so sorry if this is boring. I didn't want to take too long. Okay, now I'm going to put it in the oven and I'll show you what it looks like when it comes out. It's probably going to be about 15 minutes. Here's what it looks like. It's been baking for about 15 minutes. But I decided I'm going to take a little fresh Parmesan, and you don't have to do this. And I'm just going to add just a little bit to the top. I don't want to cover up my pepperoni too much because they're just so pretty. But just for a little extra flavor. And then I'm going to pop it back in the oven for about 5 more minutes. And then we'll show you what I did with my mushrooms. I didn't even clean the pot. I just put them in here with the onions. The rest of my onions I had chopped in the garlic, a little beef stock, a dash of Worcestershire sauce, soy sauce, and red wine vinegar, garlic powder, onion powder, and black pepper. And I just let it reduce and cook down. And you can also thicken this and eat it with pasta if you want to, but it's so good. I just wanted to show you that and share it. Here it is. I wanted you to get really, my lighting's not that great on this side of the kitchen. I want you to just get a good look at that. This is gonna be so good. Oh, and guess what? I did something bad. I just had to. My mushrooms, I added some of that pasta that I had left over. It's so delicious. It's the best mushrooms I ever had. So let this cool off a little bit and then we'll do a taste test. Okay, we let it go cool for about 10 minutes because we can't wait any longer. It just smells so good. I put a little parsley, but I cut my pepperoni up so I could taste it. But it's very hot. Look at the cheese. It's just so cheesy. I love it. I don't want to burn myself, so give me a second.
Oh, you taste it? Should have given me a warning.
Oh my gosh. This is delicious. It's kind of like a pizza casserole. I'm not going to call it that. I don't know what I'm going to call it, but it's definitely an easy casserole. And you can take the shortcuts with the sauce and the grated cheese or whatever you like, but just you can season it the way. Look how cheesy that is. I don't know if I can bite that on camera, guys. With a salad or garlic bread on the side, this is just delicious. And it would freeze well. So, I'm going to quit eating. I know I told you to like this video like always, but I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. Please subscribe if you haven't. I would really appreciate it. And thank you so much for watching. And have a good day. And I'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.